These are 5 ways your teeth react when you quit alcohol for just 30 days, and the changes start happening faster than you'd expect. Let me tell you what's really happening in your mouth when you drink alcohol, and why quitting creates such rapid improvements that you can actually see and feel. Every time you take a sip of alcohol, you're creating a perfect storm for dental problems. Alcohol breaks down into sugar, and sugar feeds the bacteria that cause cavities. But that's just the beginning. Most alcoholic drinks already contain loads of sugar. A sweet red wine can pack 8 grams of sugar per glass, while even a dry white wine has about 3 grams. Your mouth bacteria feast on this sugar, producing acids that attack your tooth enamel. And here's where it gets worse. Alcohol is highly acidic, especially wine, which contains citric acid, tartaric acid, and malic acid. When you drink, you're literally bathing your teeth in acid. This acid erosion eats away at your enamel, the hard protective outer layer of your teeth. Once enamel disappears, it's gone forever. You can't grow it back. The most immediate damage comes from something called xerostomia, or dry mouth. Alcohol is a diuretic, which means it makes your body produce more urine and lose fluids rapidly. When you drink, alcohol suppresses the release of antidiuretic hormone, the chemical that tells your kidneys to hold on to water. As your body becomes dehydrated, there's less water available for essential processes, including saliva production. Dr. Thomas Connolly, a practicing dentist, puts it bluntly: drinking alcohol, especially in any kind of quantity, will definitely give you dry mouth. Have you ever gone to bed after drinking a solid amount of booze? You woke up with severe dry mouth, didn't you? This isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous for your teeth. Saliva is your mouth's natural defense system. It neutralizes acids, washes away food particles and bacteria, and contains antimicrobial compounds that fight infection. When saliva production drops, harmful bacteria multiply rapidly, leading to bad breath, gum disease, and accelerated tooth decay. The statistics tell a sobering story. People with alcohol dependence are 3 times more likely to experience permanent tooth loss compared to non-drinkers. In one major study, alcoholics had significantly more tooth decay, with an average of 5.92 decayed, missing, or filled teeth compared to 4.51 for non-alcoholics. They also had nearly twice as many missing teeth. But tooth loss is just part of the picture. Regular alcohol users show more gum bleeding than non-drinkers, even without existing gum disease. Those with existing periodontitis see their condition worsen with drinking frequency. Drinkers develop deeper pockets between their gums and teeth, 4 millimeters or larger compared to the healthy 1 to 3 millimeter range. The microbiology is fascinating and terrifying. Researchers at NYU Langone analyzed the oral bacteria of over 1,000 adults and discovered that drinkers had fundamentally different mouth ecosystems. They had fewer beneficial lactobacillus bacteria, the same type found in probiotic supplements meant to prevent illness. Instead, their mouths were overrun with potentially harmful Bacteroideales, Actinomyces, and Neisseria species, bacteria linked to gum disease, heart disease, and some cancers. Here's what makes alcohol particularly destructive. It doesn't just feed bad bacteria, it changes the entire environment of your mouth. Alcohol decreases the pH in your mouth, making it more acidic. This acidic environment favors the growth of harmful bacteria while suppressing beneficial ones. It's like turning your mouth into a toxic wasteland where only the worst microorganisms can thrive. Then there's acetaldehyde, alcohol's toxic metabolite. When you drink, ethanol rapidly diffuses into your saliva, and within 30 minutes, it equilibrates with your blood levels. But here's the kicker: acetaldehyde levels in your saliva become much higher than in your blood. This toxic compound directly damages oral tissues and is considered a major contributor to the increased cancer risk among drinkers. And yes, we need to talk about cancer. Alcohol abuse is the second most common risk factor for oral cancer. Excessive drinking increases your risk of mouth cancer by up to 4 times compared to non-drinkers, with about 31,000 Americans diagnosed with oral and pharyngeal cancer yearly, and 7,400 dying from these cancers. This isn't a small concern. Now, here's where the story gets hopeful. When you quit alcohol, your mouth doesn't just stop getting worse, it actively starts getting better, and it happens remarkably fast. If you're frustrated because you're doing everything right and still dealing with cavities, sensitivity, or gum issues, you're not alone. And the problem was never that you didn't try hard enough. That meant it's probably not your fault in the first place. That changed when I wrote a free report that reveals the number one reason you're still having dental problems. None of that matters because it also lays out what you can do to fix it. The link sits right below in the description, so download it, read it, and finally get some answers. The recovery timeline is both dramatic and encouraging. In the first 24 to 72 hours, your body begins rehydrating. You might experience withdrawal symptoms like headaches and anxiety, but your saliva production starts improving almost immediately. By day 4, many physical withdrawal symptoms begin subsiding. By the end of the first week, something remarkable happens. Your hydration levels normalize and your mouth starts producing significantly more saliva. This natural defense system kicks back into gear, beginning to wash away the harmful bacteria that have been accumulating. Your sleep quality improves around day 6, which matters more than you'd think. Better sleep means better immune function, which helps your mouth heal faster. Week 2 is when most people notice real changes. The withdrawal symptoms disappear, mental clarity returns, and physical improvements become obvious. Your gums may stop bleeding during brushing. Bad breath often improves noticeably. The constant dry mouth sensation that many drinkers don't even realize they have suddenly disappears. By week 3, your immune system is functioning better, and you might notice your teeth looking whiter. This isn't your imagination. Alcohol stains teeth, particularly red wine and dark spirits. Without constant staining, your natural tooth color starts showing through. At the 30-day mark, something profound happens in your mouth's ecosystem. Research shows that healing begins quickly, with some oral health improvements visible within weeks. With good oral hygiene and continued hydration, your bacterial balance can return to normal within 3 to 6 months. Recent 2025 research has documented exactly what's happening to your oral microbiome during recovery. Scientists found that alcohol consumption decreases beneficial bacteria, like Haemophilus, while increasing potentially dangerous ones like Bacteroides and Rhambutia. When people quit drinking, they observed a reduction in harmful periodontitis-associated bacteria and an overall improvement in oral health. The pH levels in your mouth start normalizing, creating an environment where beneficial bacteria can thrive again. Your gums become less inflamed, which reduces bleeding and irritation. The constant acid bath your teeth have been enduring stops, allowing your enamel to remineralize to some degree through your improved saliva. Dr. Rekha Kumar, medical director of the American Board of Obesity Medicine, notes that the benefits can vary from person to person depending on how much of a change from their baseline behavior this is. Heavy drinkers see more dramatic improvements than moderate drinkers, but even light drinkers notice positive changes. The liver recovery that happens within 4 weeks also impacts your oral health. A healthier liver means better processing of toxins and improved overall immune function, which helps fight oral infections and promotes healing. But here's what really amazes researchers: your mouth can essentially reset itself. Chronic alcohol use weakens the immune system and alters mouth bacteria, increasing the risk of bacterial and fungal infections. Once alcohol use stops, saliva production improves and healthy bacteria gradually return. Most people see noticeable improvements within a few months. The contrast is stark when you look at what continues happening to drinkers. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 adults between 20 and 64 currently have cavities. Over $45 billion in U.S. productivity is lost each year due to untreated dental disease. Nearly half of people over 30 have some form of gum disease. Meanwhile, people who quit drinking join the growing ranks of those participating in movements like Dry January, which began in the UK and has gained massive traction worldwide. Millions of people now use this campaign to reset their relationship with alcohol, and many report that improved oral health is one of the first benefits they notice. The improvements aren't just cosmetic. Better oral health is linked to better overall health. Gum disease is associated with heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. The bacteria that cause periodontal disease can enter your bloodstream and travel throughout your body, causing inflammation and contributing to serious health problems. When you quit drinking, you're not just saving your teeth, you're potentially saving your life. The oral cancer risk drops, gum disease progression slows or stops, and tooth loss becomes far less likely. Your mouth becomes a healthier environment that supports your overall well-being rather than undermining it. There's something powerful about changes you can see and feel quickly. Unlike liver damage or heart disease, which develop silently, oral health improvements are visible and immediate. Within days, you might notice your mouth feels cleaner. Within weeks, your gums look healthier. Within a month, your teeth might appear whiter and your breath fresher. These rapid improvements can be incredibly motivating. When you see tangible benefits so quickly, it reinforces your decision to quit and gives you momentum to maintain the change. Your mouth becomes proof that your body can heal when you give it the chance. The research is clear. Alcohol damages your teeth and gums through multiple mechanisms: dehydration, acid erosion, sugar feeding harmful bacteria, and toxic metabolite production. But the research is equally clear that when you stop drinking, your mouth begins healing almost immediately. In just 30 days, you can experience improved saliva production, reduced inflammation, better bacterial balance, whiter teeth, fresher breath, and healthier gums. Your mouth transforms from a hostile environment where disease thrives to a balanced ecosystem that supports long-term oral health. The choice is yours, but now you know exactly what's at stake and how quickly you can start turning things around. Your teeth are waiting to show you just how fast they can bounce back when you give them the chance. Here's the thing. There's one major reason people stay stuck with the same issues no matter how consistent they are. Most people have no idea what it is until it's spelled out clearly. That's when my free report, the #1 reason you're still dealing with dental issues, does the heavy lifting. I break down everything inside it. Stop fighting the same battles with your teeth. Grab the report from the description below. It costs you nothing and could save you thousands in dental work.